Hello, everybody. Your girl's a little bit late because I had to take care of Pink, but we are going live. I hope everybody is doing well. Let me see how I'm supposed to do this. 1 second. Wait. Um. Hold on, y'all. I am trying to figure out how to do something on TikTok because we're live on both sides. But no, we're just getting in. Hello, 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 hello. We're gonna be here for a bit, so stay tuned. I'm just trying to figure out how to do something on. Wait, no, that's not it. Trying to figure out how to do something on TikTok, but it's being weird. No, that's not it. Yeah, I don't know how to. Wait. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's also not it. Yo, TikTok is so weird sometimes. Yeah, so I don't know how to. Oh, thank you. I'm trying to figure. I don't think it's gonna let me do anything on here. Yeah. Okay, so it bees what it bees. But hello, how is everybody? Welcome to the weekly community oracle, where we're gonna be here pulling some cards as we always do. So I will give everybody the spiel so we, can get it popping. For those on YouTube, you guys have the option of sending so basically, okay, so welcome to the weekly community oracle poll, where the whole point of this live is to give you guys access to low cost readings, because readings can be expensive. So here we are. I'm going to show you guys which deck you guys can pick from if you would like me to pull some cards for you. If you're a Patreon member or a channel member, your reading is already included in your Patreon. Just put your name of what your username is on Patreon, so that way I can cross it off the list, so I can keep track of everything in the comments with your question, and then you can just go ahead and tell me the oracle card, oracle deck that you want me to pull from. For those who would like me to pull cards for you, you can go ahead and send $5 to $10 to my Cash App or Venmo, which is the same as my username. So yeah, that's pretty much the spiel. So let's pick out the text that we're going to use. Let's do Wisdom of the House of Night. Always a fun one. So your options as of right now. We have the Wisdom of the House of Nights deck, the Okana Oracle deck. But please only pick this deck if you're trying to do shadow work, because this deck is not for the faint of heart. So please make sure you're mindful about that. Let's see. For those who want a love question, the Romance Angels, the Archangel Michael Oracle deck, also an option. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm covering the thing. Also an option, and I'm trying to pick this. I have so many Oracle decks, I have to be in a mood for some of them sometimes. Let's do the Isis Oracle. Never a dull day. The Isis Oracle as well. And let's do the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck. So those are the options for this week. So you have Sacred Symbols, Isis Oracle, the Archangel Michael deck, the Romance Angels, the Okana. This is for shadow work specifically. If you're not trying to do shadow work, don't make me yell at you online because it's going to be a whole thing. And the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle deck. Okay, those are you guys' options for today. Pick carefully. So we already have one. Hello, everybody. Okay. You can, Maria, you can use the YouTube super chat if you want to. That's totally fine. If you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, just Cash App or Venmo, $5 to $10. Okay, so we already have a few in, so let's see. I would like to know, please, Miss Spirit can tell me and help me during this time of the full moon and Sag. You intuitively choose. Oh, okay. Intuitively choosing the deck. Okay, so the Isis Oracle is jumping out at me for this question, so that's what we're going to do, because you guys know I will intuitively choose the deck if that's exactly what it be, so let us go. Are readings different from online than being in person? Well, because of COVID, I haven't done readings in person for like a minute. Like, it's been a really long time. So technically, I mean, no, I'm still gonna tell you the same. Like, I wouldn't change anything, if that makes sense. I don't think being in person or being online does a difference, and I say that also because my like, if you book a tarot reading with me, you get a YouTube video reading, so that way you can replay it if you want to. Because I've found that when it comes to tarot readings, like doing them on the phone, it tends to, like, some people miss their appointments and stuff, and in order to like stop that, I was just like, you know what, I'll just give you a video, so that way you can replay it, you can do whatever you want with that video, but that would be your reading. So I don't necessarily, it wouldn't be any different per se. Yeah, it wouldn't be any different per se. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, so we're gonna do Jaguar Bruja. But just for everybody else, $5 to $10 to my Cash App or Venmo, same as my username for whomever wants to get put on the queue, because it's a queue already. Okay, so let's see. What does Jaguar Bruja need to know that can help them during this time of the full moon and Sag? Okay. All right. Okay, that was a lot. Okay, so let me just put this over here. Okay. Of course it is. So the first card that came out is the Temple of Carnelian, and this is the card of Sekhmet. It is time to trust in your own boldness and courage, taking risks that feel true to your heart and engaging in practices that make you feel truly and genuinely alive, embodied, and more of yourself. Even if it's not always comfortable, even if it's not always comfortable, are going to help you live the life you were born to live. Okay, that's one. Then we have Portal of Light. Okay, and it says, it is only this physical reality that is bound by time and space. You are a conscious being on all levels beyond the physical world. You are guided to work with your healing powers beyond the confines of time and space. You will not be ungrounded through such spiritual work. You are not leaving your earthly connection behind. You are merely adding to it. Okay, and then you got 3 more cards, so we're gonna do it. Next is stay true and be in your power. Okay, that's what it looks like. Stay true and be in your power. That's what it looks like. And it says, you are a sovereign divine being with spiritual authority and freedom within. You do not need permission from anyone to be who you are and live your life as you so choose. This is your divine birthright. Guard it as the precious treasure that it is, and remember that you are a divine being, free to be you. Then we have healing the divine masculine. Okay, healing the divine masculine. The divine masculine within provides protection, discernment, healing, and a sense of deep safety and holding. Even through the most uncomfortable circumstances of life, your inner masculine is going through healing right now, growing stronger in the ability to offer you inner protection and stability so that your inner feminine can blossom within creative expression. Okay. And then we have Queen of Heaven, okay? Queen of Heaven. And then it says, the Queen of Heaven, the divine empress of the skies, acknowledges your feminine authority now. As a man or woman, you have a life path of spiritual leadership to bring qualities of mercy, compassion, and wisdom into the world. Okay. So quite a lot of things going on. First of all, the Gemini and Sagittarius vibes of this, especially for the question that you asked, is like in the cards. And which is interesting because there's a lot of like coming into your power, especially with the Sekhmet energy. Sekhmet is the one Netru who's really, really, really focused on not only your own self-empowerment, but like I always say, Sekhmet can either kill you or she can heal you because she rules both things. And so it's very much about being within your power, like really coming in. And the fact that it's the temper of carnelian. Carnelian is the crystal that really focus in on your own power, especially when it comes to your womb, because that is one of the things that's connected to Sekhmet as well. And when it comes to creation, when it comes to birth, when it comes to the power that you have, right? And the womb is connected to so many different things because it is the portal between worlds, the portal between spirits, right? And so there's this kind of focus on strength, being your own authentic self, maintaining that strength, that empowerment, but also with the portal of light, there's this like focus on you taking the role that you need to take for yourself, you really taking control and really kind of owning your path, owning what you need to do, owning what you need to experience, but also what you need to bring to the world. It's like looking at your life's purpose and being like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'm doing it. This is what I'm doing. I'm doing the thing, and I'm gonna do it. This is what's happening. So stay true. Like even with stay true and be in your power, and then healing the divine masculine. There is, especially when it comes to Gemini energy, this is a good time to check yourself when you are kind of navigating Gemini season, because Gemini season is a mutable sign, right? And it is a twin sign, which means that the energy tends to split in two different ways. When it's Gemini season, when the sun is in Gemini, it is expressing the duality of Gemini energy, the mutability of Gemini energy, but the duality of Gemini energy, and also the duality of other signs as well. Because this is why, there are some people are having a really, really, really great time right now, and other people might be having a really, really bad time right now. There is a duality. There's a mirroring of what's happening, what's occurring in people's lives. It's not necessarily one way. It's not all of us experiencing it the same way. It's a multi-dimensional experience of all of the different things and how we're kind of mirroring each other in conversation. This is why Mercury retrograde, when it was coming through for the weeks that was there, it was a mirroring effect during Gemini season. It was a mirroring communication effect. And so there is this focus on needing to kind of look at not only just the places that you're like really, really comfortable in, especially if you're more comfortable working through your divine feminine energies, especially spiritually or intuitively, working within your practice, tapping into the divine masculine energies. And for those who are going to want to like do the thing and go back and forth, everybody has divine masculine feminine energies. So it's a general thing, just saying. A lot of people don't understand what it means, but I'm just letting you guys know everybody has both divine masculine and feminine energy. We are a very neutral, we are like the embodiment of both energies. And it reminds me of like certain spirits that I work with that are very much embodied. And usually the creator is very much embodying both in one. It's like genderless in that way. And it's important to pay attention to which one you're leaning towards most and which one you're neglecting. Because when it comes to Gemini energy, again, they're the twin sign, so they mirror each other. There's one aspect to them, and then there's another aspect to them that is completely different from this other side. If you are focusing or have been focusing your energies in one side of yourself for quite a bit of time, the other side has been actively neglected, and then you need to go back and actually reconnect to that side, which for you is the divine masculine energy. You need to like dive back in, reconnect within the mundane, the physical realm, and really anchoring yourself. And this also ancestor work. I'm going to say that ancestor work with this, because it connects to what we have inherited within the physical realm from our ancestors as well, and the stability that we're carrying over, how we're mirroring from them and their own life's experience that they had experienced in this lifetime. So it's you needing to stay true to your power, but you also needing to analyze and correct and get back on track within your own divine masculine energies, and really kind of navigating it in a way that both things are balanced. Gemini season is a really, really great time to kind of look at, again, that duality part of yourself, and really kind of being like in center, having that imbalance, like not one being overused over the other, but having both like be you, like combining into you. And so usually when your divine masculine energy is not it's like a little blocked, or you need to heal it, is because you've been pouring a lot into your emotional energy. You've been doing a lot more work emotionally, but also spiritually, because that's what the divine feminine rules. Also connecting again to how you feel about yourself, especially when it comes to your self-care routine and everything like that. But then the masculine energies is like the mundane. Everything within the physical realm is the mundane. And so sometimes we lose our grounding there. We focus more on the water, which, the ocean is a really, really big place, but the earth is something that you live and walk through. So you need to also pay attention to that, which means focusing on your body, your physical health, focusing on grounding and your strength. And again, I feel like this is why you're getting the Sekhmet energy as well. There's this kind of like, no, remember who the fuck you are, like, come on, energy, and really needing to kind of get ready to the next thing, which is why you're getting the Queen of Heaven card and like moving into the next thing. In order to be someone of any type of leadership role, or to be someone that can teach people or that can help others, you need to take and have enough grounding to hold yourself together. You need to have self-control. You need to be humble, but you also need to recognize where you're being called to. It's not just like one side or the other. Like, you can't be a silent teacher, or you can, but it's like, it's going to be harder to get the message across. You need to recognize what your purpose is, and then living in that truth within the physical realm is what's going to be able to navigate that healing divine masculine and that Queen of Heaven energy. It's like, okay, cool, you have this spiritual background, you are very emotional, you're very intuitive, like, okay, that's great, but how does it translate in the physical realm? How does it go from this to this? Like, how are you integrating water and earth so that it runs as a plant? Like, you have to literally like think about it that way. You can't just like ride the wave of the ocean forever. Like, you eventually got to make land, you got to eat, you got to take care of yourself, right? So you have to make sure that you're not neglecting your own physical experience in this earth, and the foundation of strength that you have and the vision that you are trying to achieve in this earth. Okay. It's a lot. Also, I had a lot of messages for you, my love, but that was generally all of your messages. I hope that it makes sense, and that that you got the messages that you needed. I feel like I don't be pulling the offset deck like that, but she definitely be channeling it'd be some channeling stuff sometimes, and I feel like this was definitely one of those. This was definitely one of those. Wait, hold on, I'm like reading the comments now. Oh, okay, wait. Ooh. Wait, I'm trying to read the comments. I will continue to study divine masculine energy and humility in order to learn. I have been hearing about humility for divine masculine. Yeah, it's definitely one of those things that is like, requires a lot of grounding. And I always like check myself with the understanding that if without colonization, my Capricorn ass would have been probably innovating, a new way to build a hut or something, some form of transportation that would help my tribe. That's literally the way I'm like, listen, because naturally I was born in divine masculine energy, because you guys know I'm a Capricorn and I have a Capricorn stellium. So it's not hard for me to navigate grounding myself within the physical realm, very, very easy for me to do. But it is something that I kind of like, when it comes to understanding at its core, I try to take the colonization aspect out of it, because within the colonization, there's it disconnects you from nature itself. It disconnects you from the people. It disconnects you from so many different things. And it's really, really important to understanding like your purpose. You guys know Capricorns get associated to career and, you know, jobs and business and government. And quite frankly, yeah, it makes sense. But I think it's important to, you know, I think it's important to also realize how it comes back to grounding with the earth versus looking at it through a very super futuristic way, if that makes any sense. So let's see. Who is the next one? I think Maria is the next one. No, wait, is it? No, wait. I think, is it Maria? I think it might be Maria. I'm going to go through the thingy. Maria. Oh, okay. Here's the question. Sorry. I got this job offer, but the problem is that the school is far away and I'm a single mom. So it would make things a little hectic. I got promised a job at a school that is closer. Should I wait? Ooh, you didn't tell me what deck to use, so I will pick, or do you want to? They want me to start the paperwork Monday, and I don't know what to do. It's a good opportunity, but I am sure what to do. Oh, you mean unsure? You didn't tell me the deck, so you want me to pick the deck? I think you want me to pick the deck, so I'm gonna pick the deck. Hold on. Okay, I heard that very loud and clear. So you are getting Archangel Michael, because I heard that one very, very loud and clear. For those who are just watching or just coming in, welcome to the weekly community oracle poll, where you have access to low cost readings. So if you would like to, hold on. Okay. If you would like for me to pull some cards for you, just send $5 to $10 to my Cash App or Venmo, which is the same as my username, and just tell me which oracle deck you would like me to read from. And these are your options today. You have the Wisdom of the House of Night oracle deck. Oh, hold on. I gotta grab the other ones. The Archangel Michael oracle deck. Okay. The Isis oracle deck. Okay. The Okana oracle deck, but please only pick this deck if you're trying to do shadow work, because you guys know, if you've been watching my channel or have gotten a reading with me or anything, or have been at one of these these community circles before, you know that this deck is not for the faint of heart. It is not like, it's going to tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. So I don't want to, I'm just letting you know. And the Romance Angels and the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck. Those are your card options for today. So if you'd like to get a reading from me, go ahead and just send $5 to $10 to my Cash App or Venmo. If you're on YouTube, you can send it as a super chat if you would like to. Do what y'all need to do. We're going to be here for a while anyway, so do what you need to do. And just a reminder for everybody, if you want to get a regular reading with me, past life reading, astrology reading, tarot reading, all of the things, I am having a special right now on my website. If you use code Okani20 in all caps, you get 20% off all of my services. So yeah, that ends on the 16th, so definitely take advantage of it. Okay, so Archangel Michael, should Maria take the job offer? Should Maria take the job? Ooh. Okay. Should Maria take the... Okay. Bottom of the deck. You are on the right path. Okay, so you got 5 cards. So the first one. This is your life purpose. Okay? This is your life purpose. So I like to read the card in its entirety. For you guys, one, because there's a prayer for each card with the Archangel Michael deck, and you guys know that. So we're gonna say the prayer together. Also, if you're just coming in and you want to rewatch the live for whatever reason, it's on my YouTube, because TikTok doesn't have replayable lives. So Link is in my bio for my YouTube. Anyway, this is your life purpose. So everybody repeat after me. The prayer goes, Archangel Michael, you know the details of my divine purpose, and I ask you to help me be aligned with my goals. Please clearly guide my action, so that I am taking the best steps to fully manifest my wonderful and meaningful career. Okay. Okay. The next one is your children are watched over by angels. Okay. And the prayer goes, Dear guardian angels of my children, born and unborn, thank you for watching over my children and ensuring their happiness and safety. Please guide me so I know the best ways to be a good parent and role model for my own and other people's children. Okay. The next one is pay attention to your dreams. Okay. And the prayer goes, thank you for tucking me into bed at night and helping me enjoy a wonderful, restful night's sleep. Archangel Michael, I invite you into my dreams as my teacher, guide, and healer. Please allow me to understand this, and it says parenthesis, describes the situation, on a spiritual level and give me guidance. Okay. Then we have positive thoughts, create positive results. Positive thoughts create positive results. And the prayer goes, divine love and wisdom, I call upon you now. I know that my mind and emotions are eternally and continuously connected to you. I ask my higher self to be aware and conscious of the love and light that is within every person and situation. Okay. That is positive thoughts create positive results. And then we have new beginnings and a fresh start. Okay. And the prayer goes, thank you for bringing new opportunities and offering support and for helping me release and heal my past. Fill me with trust as I experience these life changes. Okay. New beginnings and a fresh start. Okay, so first and foremost, I feel like there's been a little bit of an anxiety, like quite a bit of anxiety, and this is also why you're getting the pay attention to your dreams card coming up here, because I'm getting a lot of anxiety about surrounding this question. And for one thing, I feel like you need to do like a really, really, really cute like road opening. That's what it also feels like because you're getting new beginnings and a fresh start in relation to whether or not you should take the job offer of the school that is far away. I think that the way that the cards are coming out is that you really need to look at it through a different lens. It's not necessarily like how do I put this? It's not like a you shouldn't necessarily see it as a bad thing, because I think when it comes to your spirits and your ancestors, it's more about you being taken care of and supported versus kind of being on a waiting game. The way that the cards are coming out and with the way that spirit is, it's like a yes, you should take it. But my thing is that you should be also focusing on opening the door that you also want. There's nothing wrong with you taking a little bit of a detour before you get where you want to go. But I also feel like there's a certain the way that the cards are coming up, especially with your children are watched over by angels, there's a reason why you need to go here. It's not just about you. It's about who you're going to impact. It's not just about you. It's like sometimes I feel like we as people, we center ourselves, and you guys know I always say this, you're not the center of the universe. And in certain situations, you are not necessarily always the reason why something needs to happen. Sometimes other people also need your presence. Other people also need to experience or learn from you in some sort of way, because you are someone that will be shaping them in some sort of form or way. Like you'll be a reason of why they learned something a certain way, or why they took something or remember something, or like inspired somebody. It can be so like it can range in many different ways, but it's like it's not only about you. The question at hand, I understand that you're centering yourself, and it makes sense why you're centering yourself, because what you want is the one that's closest to you, and that makes sense. But as of right now, Archangel Michael is saying you need to have a little bit more of a positive attitude. If what you want to do is manifest the opportunity that you want in the school that is closer, that's what you need to focus on manifesting, and again, do that road opening work. But at the end of the day, Archangel Michael's like, no, but you should be doing what you know you should be doing. You should be doing, like, this is your life's purpose. You know that you need to be doing this. So it's not about where it is, how far it is. It's about them. It's about them. And so it's not necessarily just about you, it's who you need to impact. And this is important, even like astrologically, when you look at synergy charts and how we connect and impact each other. There's certain people, certain teachers, certain like faculty staff that I still remember that shaped certain things about my own childhood that was super, super, super important. And had I not, met them and not learned or taken in what I needed to learn from them, it would have been like I would be really a little bit different than who I am today. It is a very, very sensitive spot to be someone who is teaching others about certain things, because you have a huge responsibility. And so sometimes it's not, the situation is very much not about you, but the way Archangel Michael is saying it is, first of all, you need to check in on your anxiety, because you definitely have been a little bit emotional about this, and it almost feels like a haunting, almost like, oh my God, but if I take this and well, first of all, if you take it and then the other opportunity presents itself, then do what you need to do. Like, you obviously you'll pick the other one. It's just that it will be more grounded, right? It won't be flimsy. It won't be like, oh, you're waiting for this, you haven't heard back. Either way, it seems like there's a new road open. This is why you're getting new beginnings and a fresh start. So if you want to wait, you can wait a little bit and you'll get it. And that's fine. But you'll have to, again, calm down your anxiety about it, because it can just internally, it can just make it worse for you emotionally. But you ultimately need to like do that road opening and release some of that anxiety and just focus on manifesting it. Either way, it's yours, but it's one of those things where you shouldn't necessarily see it as a bad thing, if you are looking at the one that is far away. If anything, it's just something that is happening in between you getting to where you want to be. But it just like, I feel you're going to be fine. Like, you're going to get what you want. But there's like two roads here. If depending on what the situation is like, if it's going to take a little bit longer for you to get it, like, let's say you're going to have to wait till August or something. Can you wait? Is it fine for you to wait those couple of months, or is it going to break you a little bit? If it's going to break you a little bit, if it's going to break the bank, or if you're going to need that extra assistance, then you know what you need to do. And if so, it's just like a couple months. It's just 2 months. That's not that bad. So it's kind of like you have to think about and prioritize. It's like make it make sense. What makes sense right now? Ultimately, you're still doing what you want to do. It's just a little bit of an inconvenience. But you might not know, again, who you're impacting, but also how they're going to impact you, because it goes both ways, and why you needed to be there in the first place. So with this one, you're going to have to definitely just, again, clear your energy, really try to work through some of the anxiety you're having about this, because I do feel the anxiety that you're having about this, and focusing on doing some road opening. Okay. If I were you, I would be like, okay, listen, cleanse. I would literally do a cute road opening, and I would tell my ancestors, okay, come into my dreams, because you're getting to pay attention to your dreams. Come into my dreams. Let me know which one should I take for now. Should I keep waiting, or which one should I take? What is for my highest good? Where is this good? Is this not good? What am I doing? And then when you get that clarity, or the door that opens for you, there you go. Like, I would literally go in that direction that the door is headed. Like, I feel like either way, you're going to get what you want. That's kind of the thing about this reading. It's like, babes, you're going to get what you want anyway. So because you're going to get what you want, it's like, do what makes sense to you right now. Again, if it makes sense for you to wait, if you can wait, if you're not going to be financially in distress for waiting, wait. But you can totally take this and also be right on track. Like it's one of those. It's really one of those. But I hope that the reading made sense. Sorry, I wasn't looking at the comments. I hope that it made sense for the thing. But that was your reading, my love. I'm gonna go ahead and do the next one because I feel like there's a couple left. Wait. Wait. I think someone. 1 second. So wait. Sabrina. Who is Sabrina? Is Sabrina on TikTok or YouTube? Somebody tell me who Sabrina is so I can do the reading. Yeah, I felt that anxiety. I feel that. I feel that anxiety, but you'll be fine. You're gonna get what you want. It's fine. You'll be fine. Sabrina, I found you. Okay, so I'm gonna do Sabrina real quick so I can just make sure I get the Cash App situation. Right, you're Sabrina, right? Wait, hold on. Let me just recheck that again. No, it just says Sabrina. It doesn't say the last name, but I hope you're the Sabrina oh, yeah. Okay. Sweet. Perfect. Which deck do you want me to pull from? And what is your question, unless you want a general reading? Let me grab this thing. Okay. So these are your card options, Sabrina. You have Archangel Michael, the Isis Oracle, the Okana Oracle deck. But only pick this deck if you're trying to do shadow work, because this deck is not for the faint of heart. The Romance Angels, okay, if you're feeling saucy. The Sacred Symbols Oracle deck, okay. And lastly, the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle deck, okay. Those are your options for tonight's live, so just let me know in the comment section which deck you want me to pick from, and then we will get started. And with your question, and then we will get started. We got the Okana deck. Okay. All right. So you chose that road. Okay. Let's go. This deck is not for the faint of heart, y'all. I tell y'all every time. Y'all don't listen to me. I don't even read myself with this deck that often. I read myself with this deck maybe like once every 3 months, because this deck will read you to the bell. But we're going to do it. This is also one of the only decks I will read from the book from, because the way that she wrote it is perfect, and then we will discuss. Okay. So let's see. Sabrina. What does Sabrina need to know? What's going on with Sabrina's shadow work? What does Sabrina need to... First of all, that was like 80 cards. Hold on. What does Sabrina need to know? Sabrina needs to know what is going on with Sabrina. Okay. And here we are. Here we are. Okay. Oh. Hold on. Hold the phone. Okay. I gotta find 57. 57. Okay. No, wait. There we go. 56. The first one is possess. Okay. Possess. Y'all see this? Y'all see this chime? I love this deck. Okay. Possess. The shadow is behind you. Shadow element. Presence of entitlement, selfishness, harboring negative energy. It is important to never lose one's sense of proportion. What that means is that it is through ourselves that we recognize when we're taking more than we give. Is that because we feel we're deserving of it, or because we simply don't consider others? That behavior can manifest as always seeking to gain something for as little input as possible from our fellow humans, or simply always putting yourself first in any and every situation. For example, never venerating your spirits for the sake of it, merely coming to them when you are in need and fully expecting to be helped, or always venting to your friends about your issues and never being there in their time of need. Sure, these can be easily forgotten and perhaps it is unintentional, but to live by the process of spiritual ascension means to live with intention. And this card is asking you to take a stock of your spiritual and physical interpersonal relationships and make sure you are giving as much as you desire to take. This deck is not for the faint of heart, y'all. It is not. It is not. It is not. Okay, I tell y'all every time, y'all don't be. Listen. Listen. Okay, and the last one. Oh, you got both from the spirit side. Okay. 1 second, y'all. I gotta find them. Okay. The next one is wicked. Okay, wicked. Wicked. One who sows the seed of hatred will see their children harvest the fruits. Shadow element. Having absolutely no balance between dark and light and not striving to. Where this good, there's a drop of bad. Where there's bad, there's a drop of good. You cannot have the light without the dark and vice versa, because you need both for divine balance between positive and negative energy. This card suggests you are out of sync with the importance of maintaining balance between these two in favoring picking a side. Of course, you do not want to deal with in only darkness because it can reap unsavory consequences, but only dealing in the light can leave the inexperienced unprepared to protect themselves in the event that is necessary. This card, more than anything, is a call to action to assess why you have made the spiritual decisions you have made and how they have panned out thus far. Do not mistake total balance 24/7. It is not realistic for most when there are so many causes that sway one way or the other. However, trying to maintain a semblance of it is key. Listen. What? Y'all, this deck is not for the faint of heart, okay? This is literally a shadow work deck. So, we're going to talk about it. Okay, so we have possess and we have wicked. We have possess and we have wicked. Okay. If you notice, these cards have very similar themes in connection to needing and like either being used or like using. And it varies from other people to your own practice and to your own spirits. That includes your ancestors, that includes spirits that you work with or have inherited. And there is a clear message here. There is an imbalance. There, some things are not in balance. And why are they imbalanced? This is the question that your spirits, your ancestors want you to analyze. Why have you allowed certain things to become imbalanced? And what is it that you're going to do about it? Because it's like right now there's kind of this need for you to take back control, because there's almost like it's almost like that you've gotten lost in the sauce a little bit, and it's almost like making your way out of it is not it's not necessarily like, what is your relationship with your spirits? Oh, let me just go pray one time and that's going to resolve all of my issues. No, it's not as simple as you do it one time and then all the problems are fixed. There is a routine that you are not practicing within yourself that is being called into question. Very much so. It requires for you to really be on point, whether it be with your relationship with your spirits, whether it be with your relationship with your family, your friends, whether it be that you really need to be like, you know what, I've been giving people way too many passes. You know what, I really let people just use me and use me. Like, whether it be like you really needing to hold that mirror up and saying, okay, how much more of this am I going to take? How much more of this am I going to allow? How much more of this am I going to tolerate? Is the situation resolved? No. What can be done about it? You need to really analyze and try to focus on rebalancing your self-care routine right now. It's super important. It requires for you to put yourself first in a way that is not just about centering just you, or even like, let's say you're going to your spirits and you're like, oh my god, can you all just solve this for me, can you fix this for me? But okay, but what is your relationship with your spirits on a daily? What does it look like? What does your relationship with your friends look like on a daily, with your partner, with your job, with your boss? When our things are not in balance and our things are not even, and when you let people just take and take and take and take and do and do and do and do, what's going to happen? You're going to get drained. You're going to get drained. You're going to feel like shit. You're going to feel like something's wrong. And then there's going to be a point where you're even going to feel like you're doing something wrong because you're not giving enough, or you feel like everything you do is not enough. It's like it doesn't accumulate to anything. So it's like you need to analyze all of these different imbalances, because it's causing you a lot of blockages. It's causing you blockages spiritually. It's causing you blockages like ancestrally as well. And I say this because Wicked is very much tied to the ancestors in that way, where it's kind of like you're not the only one that has gone through this before. And it needs to be corrected. It's like ancestor work and ancestral healing is not always, what you think it is. Sometimes it's as simple as you needing to not let people like road ride you like the whole entire, and just take your energy and just take everything, take your time and just take everything. Like sometimes, like there are some ancestors that literally were out here giving every inch of energy to whomever, okay? And that creates ancestral trauma that needs to be healed. Like there's definitely certain issues that you're gonna have to address ancestrally. But overall, there's a need for balance. There is a need to reassess the things from the past. I feel like this past Mercury retrograde also showed you a lot of things, but your spirit overall is not in balance. That's really, both of these cards are from the spirit portion. Each like deck, each card is connected to 5 different elements. So earth, water, air, right? And then we have the spirit side. Both of these are from the spirit side. So there is something wrong. There is something out of balance within your spirit, within your experience, within like what you're doing. It requires you to reanalyze. It requires to cut people off. It requires for you to be like, listen. It requires for you to hold yourself accountable for the shit that you allow people to do with you and your energy. And it also requires for you to accept the truth, right? So, it's, y'all, she is layered. She is very layered, but it seems like you're about to do a lot of, you should probably do a core cutting or two. I'm just saying. But it seems like you need to come into balance. You need to do I suggest you do a whole entire cleansing, seriously, within yourself. And you just should take a couple of weeks to just reevaluate. Even within current conversations, you could be texting someone and question what it is that you're doing, what people are asking for you, why are they asking certain things from you. Is it because it's so easy to get it from you? Is it because you just give? What exactly, how is the relationship balanced? I ask you to really take a deeper look in how you let people use you, and or how you use other people. Because again, there's that mirroring that's happening there, and you need to, there's a lot of work that you need to do. There's ancestor work, okay? You need to do more self-care, and you need to do more self-love, because if you love yourself, you wouldn't let people do this shit to you. Let's just keep it 100. Let's just keep it 100 now. Let's just keep it 100. When you are in love with your damn self, other people and what they want from you is not always the priority. You're able to recognize yourself again, and that goes into ego work. That's a whole nother thing. But when you need to recognize when you allowed this behavior to take place, and how you've been self-harming by allowing this to happen at the same time. Okay, it is layered, y'all. It's not just like one thing, but you need a whole cleansing, you need a whole self-care routine, you need a whole reevaluation. You need to get back on track. You need to do some protection work, okay? Because if there's people in your life that you're consenting to staying in your life because, oh, but we've been friends for so long, oh, but insert excuse here, but they're actively just draining you, you're consenting to that. You're actively consenting to that, and then you now have to, you're either going to let it continue, or so it seems like you're about to do some cord cuttings. It seems like you're about to block some people. It seems like you just really need to come back into balance, and the things that have been causing you this imbalance need to be reevaluated. Like, you need to hold that mirror to your face and be like, okay, let's be real, let's be honest, what is the truth in this situation? Like, what? Oh no, but they were just asking because they needed help that one time. What is the truth of the matter? That is the question. That is the question that's being asked. So you have a lot of work to do to get yourself back on track from where you were before. But it's like, there's ancestral issues, there's like people around you issues, there's internal imbalances. You have a lot of work to do, because your spirit is not in the right place. Your spirit is a little bit discombobulated, and it's going to be affecting your physical realm in a way that it's almost like, oh my God, it feels like a soap opera. It feels like a telenovela. Like, it's just like, every time, every day, every week. Like, why can't I just have a moment, a week of peace? Why can't I just, because you're allowing it to stay there. Okay. That is your reading, my love. Don't say I didn't warn you. This deck is not for the faint of heart. This deck is not for the faint of heart. It really isn't. She literally made this deck for shadow work, and she put it in the damn description. Like, when you buy the deck, it's like, and she puts it in the description, like, you don't need to read this all the time. You don't have to, because it's specifically for shadow work. I'm just saying. But I hope that you got, all the messages you needed, my love. I'm gonna put this back. That was a lot. But hello, everybody. We'll probably be here for another like 30 minutes or so. Whatchamacallit, hold on. I'm like looking to see who was next in the line of the thing. If you would like for me to pull some cards for you, okay. If you would like for me to pull some cards for you, you can go ahead and send $5 to $10 or $5 to $10 to my Venmo or Cash App, which is the same as my username. If you're on YouTube, you can send it as a super chat. If you are a Patreon member, you guys know it's already included in your membership. That's why being a Patreon is amazing. But these are your card options for today. You can pick from the Wisdom of the House of Night, okay? The Archangel Michael Oracle deck, the Isis Oracle deck, the very famous Okana Oracle deck, but please, for the love of God, only pick this if you're trying to do shadow work, because this is not the Love and Light deck. It's not a Love and Light deck, so don't think it is. We have the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck and the Romance Angels Oracle deck. Those are your Oracle options for this week. So let me know what y'all, who's next. I know there's a couple more on YouTube, so I'm looking for that. Hold on. Somebody was here. I think it was it Michaela? I think it was Michaela. No, it was Amber first, right? And then it's Michaela. I know I saw Michaela somewhere in here. Hold on. Oh my God, wait. Was Michaela not in here? I could have sworn Michaela was in here. There's no way. Hold on. I'm rereading these things real quick. Yes, Michaela's after Amber. Okay, I just ended up skipping. Okay, so we got two more. But yeah, if you want me to pull some cards and Oracle card for you, just Cash App or Venmo, if you're YouTube, super chat it. Do what you need to do. Okay. Amber, guidance on my new position. Wisdom deck, please and thank you. Okay. Okie doke. Okay, Amber. It's Amber. Oh my God, wait, Amber, I need to know. How do you feel? Like, how do Ambers feel? Like, with the whole Johnny Depp thing, having the name Amber right now. Like, I just need to know. You put that in the comments. That's just gonna be for me. I just want to read that because I feel like right now, like the name Amber is just like tainted. There's a public taint right now. But you gotta let me know how you feel about it. Well, okay, let me see. Amber, guidance for new position. Amber, oh, that was a lot. Okay, that's a lot of guidance. That's what they wanted too. Okay. Ah! Oh! Oh wow! This is really cute. Okay. The first the first card, like success. So we got success. Okay. Success. This is really cute that this is the first card that jumped out. I was like, guidance for new position. Success. Success. Then we have self-worth. This is giving me you are that bitch situation, like vibes. This is what this is giving me. And then you have meditation. Okay. So as far as guidance for the new position, you need to not be shy. This is not the time. No. So you need to be like a little bit of a boss bitch right now. You need to really like, again, you need to know you need to know your strength, and you need to not let other people completely like be like, oh no, she did. No. You need to really own your shit, and you also need to like take control, especially when it comes to your responsibilities, what you're doing. Make sure that you are doing your thing. It's really, really like positive in the way where it's just like, don't doubt yourself. Don't, like, your spirits are like, don't doubt yourself. You got this. It's very supportive. It's like, you got this. You know what you're doing. You know what you need to do. You know how you can, like, this is very, very like, don't hide in the wall. Like, don't be a wallflower. Don't like hide away or shy away from certain things. Like, don't do that. That's not what this requires from you right now. It requires from you to be in a state of, oh, I am successful. I know exactly what I'm doing. Because I know what I'm doing, because I do a great job, I am able to do my best work. Like, I'm able to really shine through. Like, I feel like you need to listen to like affirmations of just like bringing in that strength, bringing in that like self-empowerment of who you are. Like, really, like, let's call them boss bitch affirmations, y'all. Boss bitch affirmations. I should probably like do that sometime soon. But I feel like there's a need for you to really like take. It's just like a little bit, you need to be a little cocky right now. Okay, there are times to be humble and there's times to be cocky. And right now, it's just, you really need to sit on your success. You really need to also maintain that energy. So it's interesting because I feel like a lot of the time when we go into new positions, there's this initial shyness and like, oh, like feeling like, I'm trying to do a good job, but let me just shy away and stuff like that. I think you need to be a little bit more bolder. And I think that the way that you should view it is that whatever you do, you're going to be successful. You're going to be able to shine through. You're going to be able to do a great job. And because you're going to be able to do that, it will be successful. Like, no, you need to make sure your self-care, your self-love is in a good place right now, especially with your self-worth. Don't doubt like, oh, why I got this, or maybe that, or blah, 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 blah. Like, don't get into the doubting at all. Just focus on, you know what? This is a great opportunity. This is a great, like, I'm not trying to preach love and light right now, but your spirits are very much like, no, you're good. Just stay in that success mentality. Stay in that. Don't doubt yourself. Don't like, no, you got this. You definitely got this. In navigating your way forward, you need to make sure that you're connecting with your spirits, with your ancestors, with your guides, as far as any like technical like things that you're going to need to kind of navigate through, or anything that you're like, oh, I'm not sure how to resolve this issue, or how to like create a solution with this. Like, how do I kind of navigate this? You'll be able to get a lot of breakthrough ideas if you actually just meditate. And this is one of the things I always say is, how does your spiritual practice help you within the mundane? How does it help you? How are you growing? How are you able to, grow past, right? And so how does your spiritual practice, what is it that you're doing spiritually to help you stay grounded within the success that you're having? Okay. Within your self-worth, within your self-love and your self-care. Okay. How are you using your practice in order to ground you and also protect you and just really keep things running smoothly? Okay. There's going to be times where you're going to need that guidance. You need to meditate and really need to connect. And sometimes you're going to have to pray. You're going to have to get in prayer if you need to resolve an issue, or if you need a breakthrough or an idea or something to just kind of like just burst open the door. But this definitely a focus of really owning and really just taking that control and wearing that, like, yes, I did this. I'm just, you know what, everything's great. Like, I want to roll. Like, really sitting in that mentality is going to help you to navigate a lot. It's going to help you to kind of keep you in a momentum of success as well, which is great. And it's also going to make you feel more confident within yourself, which is great as well. But yeah, that was your message. I know it was a little quick, but that was your message, love. It was very straightforward. Like, your spirits were very, very straightforward. Bottom of the deck is honesty. So it's like you need to be honest with yourself and just be like, nope, I'm a boss bitch. You just need to hold that energy. You just need to hold that energy. There's a time to be humble, and there's a time to call yourself a boss bitch. That is my personal belief. That is my personal belief. But yes, let me see. Okay, so next I believe was Michaela. Michaela said, "Read me to the film any day." Michaela always be making me laugh. Okay, hold on. Okay, so Offset wants to take this one. Interestingly enough, I'm like trying to talk and I'm like loosening it. Okay. Offset wants to take this one, so that's what we're gonna do. Hello. Okay, so Michaela Hawkins. What does Michaela Hawkins need to know? Okay. That was fast. Okay. So the first one is Portal of Lights. Portal of Lights. That is the first one. Portal of Lights. Okay. And it says, it is only in this physical reality that is bound by time and space. You are conscious being on all levels beyond the physical world. You are guided to work with your healing powers, but on the confines of time and space. You will not be ungrounded. Such spiritual work, you are not leaving your earthly connection behind. You are merely adding to it. Okay. And then you have Abundance of Sothis. Okay. This one. Okay. This one right here. And it says, abundance in many forms is increasing inflow to you. Continue your good work of building channels through which abundance can be delivered to you. Freely share your talents, love, wisdom, and self, and enjoy the abundance responsibly flowing to you in many forms over and over and over again. Okay. So there's definitely quite a bit going on. When it comes to the portal of light is really interesting energy, because I want you to think about it as a lighthouse. Okay. I want you to think about it as a lighthouse in a way that the way that light travels. I want you to think of space. Okay. Get nerdy with me for a second. And so when it comes to really navigating light and being a beacon of light in some sort of way, being a beacon, being kind of in center with your own light, being in center with your own growth, being in center with your abilities and where you're going, where you're headed, what you need to do as well, because it's very layered. There's this kind of like, because you are in this position in this lighthouse, you are going to call, and the boats are going to be able to be called to the harbor. They're going to be able to come through. They're going to be able to kind of move their way through, and different opportunities will be opening to you as well. You're kind of in this place where you, because of the work you've been doing, because of the healing work that you've been doing, because of the work that you've been putting in, you are opening doors that you didn't even know could be opened, but they're opening. There's going to be different ways in which not only money is flowing through, but different breakthroughs that you're going to have, especially ancestrally. One of the messages that I'm getting is that there's some things that you're doing right now that are actively healing something that, again, is mirroring ancestrally. Like, it's an ancestral issue. And it's being mirrored within your life right now, because let's not forget that spiritual work that you do in this lifetime is not just your own soul work. You're also dealing with your ancestral bloodline and the things that you inherit. So there are certain things that you are correcting that's opening the doors for this abundance to flow through. And for different things, because different things are being healed, they're making space for that to grow as well. So it's this like elevation of not only the way that you're interacting with others, the healing that you're doing, the room that you're making, but also the things that you're calling in, the things that are going to be, the doors that are going to open throughout this time. It's like, I feel like the next couple of months are going to be very, very, also very speedy in many ways. I think Jupiter and Aries is going to also open those doors up and make things like a little bit quick, as far as some of the things that within your journey, some of the goals that you're setting, especially with that Jupiter Aries, are going to come. Certain things are going to move a little bit faster than you thought that it could have. So keep an eye out for that. There are certain doors opening to you that you might not see yet, but that are opening, and there's more to come. There's like more to come. Like, that's not the only thing. It's more. It's just, be a little patient, but it's more. There's a lot of things that you're doing with the work that you've been doing. You've been putting in the work. You're going to reap the rewards very, very soon. Like, you're either already in the process of reaping it, or it's happening within the next 3 months. Like, you're going to start seeing certain things, certain shifts, certain stuff. Like, it's just going to be out of the blue. Like, hey, do you want this? Do you want that? Do you want it? It's going to be one of those type of situations. So it's interesting, but I think I feel like you're going to be in a really, really good grounded place ultimately, as abundance always, leads us into grounding. But yes, that was your reading, my love. I hope that it makes sense. And I hope that you got all the messages that you needed. Okay. Hello. For those who want me to pull some cards for you, I'll do the spiel all over again, because you guys know I have to say it every time. But welcome to the weekly community oracle pull, where basically you have access to low cost readings. So basically you can send $5 to $10 to my Cash App or Venmo, which is the same as my username. If you're on YouTube, you can send a super chat or do Cash App or Venmo, whatever you guys feel like doing. Also, do not forget that if you guys want a longer reading with me, past life reading, astrology reading, tarot reading, all of the things, I am having a special on my website. You can get 20% off with the code OkaniLuna20, in all caps. If you're a Patreon member, you get 20% off, as well as like $100 off a couple of different things, including the 3 months spiritual counseling, and the Akashic Records 5-hour intensive. So definitely make sure you're looking at the dashboard for Patreon for those who want to do that. Now, your oracle card options. You have the Isis Oracle, the Okana Oracle deck, but please only pick this deck if you're trying to do shadow work, okay? We say it every time. Archangel Michael Oracle deck, the Romance Angels Oracle deck, the Sacred Symbols Oracle deck, okay? And the Wisdom of the House of Night Oracle deck. Okay, those are your options for this week. So, boom. I believe we'll be on here for another 22 minutes. So we'll do a little bit more. Okay. Oh, I think we have the next one. Hello, Zoe. Are they really trying for me? Intuitively choose, please. I am new to Oracle Patreon. Okay, sweet. Archangel Michael wants to take this one, so we're gonna do Archangel Michael, because Archangel Michael said hello. So, all right. For Zoe, Archangel Michael, are they trying for her? Are they trying? Oh, I'm getting attacked. I'm getting attacked by the oracle cards. Okay. Okay. Bottom of the deck is honor and trust your feelings. Okay. So that was, okay. So the first one that you're getting is the person you're asking about is trustworthy. Okay. The person you're asking about is trustworthy. Now, as always, the Archangel Michael oracle deck comes with a prayer, so we're going to say the prayer together because some of y'all need the prayers. Okay, so it might not be your reading, but you need the prayer. Anyway, so the prayer goes, and repeat after me. Thank you for helping me have faith so I can open my heart wider in my relationships. I am grateful for your protection, ensuring that only trustworthy people are in my life. Okay. Next is it's time to leave an unhealthy situation. This unhealthy situation. Okay. And the prayer goes, Archangel Michael, what parts of my life do I need to focus on more closely right now? Thank you for helping me hear your answers and for giving me the courage to make healthy changes in my life. Okay. Then we have guarded and protected. Okay. And it says, thank you for protecting my loved ones and me, ensuring that we're safe and that all of our needs are met. I now accept your help gratefully and gracefully, knowing that is right for me and all others to accept heavenly assistance. For those who are going to want to come back to this reading, it's always available for replay on my YouTube. So if you want to revisit the prayers, it is on my YouTube. Now, are they really trying for me? So the fact that the way that the situation's being questioned, first of all, this is why we're getting the honor and trust your feelings at the bottom. Okay, you really need to sit with yourself about how you feel about the situation, because the problem more is that there is a kind of like a misalignment kind of energy where it's like it's not on the same page, but you're also like, it's like you're telling your intuition is telling you something, but then you're still questioning certain things. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't question certain things certain times. I'm not saying that, because obviously you should, but you know what the answer to this question is. This is why the bottom of the deck is honor and trust your feelings. Now, the person you are asking about is trustworthy. Is one of the things that I feel like opens the door to the larger picture, which is, what about the situation makes you feel uncomfortable that you are questioning the why? The is this really? Is this? But why is it? But can I? And there's almost like this. Again, it's like a little bit of a distrust there. And granted, there are certain times that spirit will allow, or like, push people into our lives in order for them to teach us a lesson, and then ultimately we could like regret certain parts of like having them in our lives in the first place. But it's one of those things that you have to look at as there's a purpose for why certain things are happening. And in this regard, the person that you're asking about is trustworthy. The unhealthy situation is the distrust that you're having within yourself, that misalignment within your intuition and what like your truth is. If you are not feeling right, or like let's say you're like questioning yourself, you're like literally like, okay, but nobody else thinks like that something's up, but I have a bad feeling and I don't know. Maybe the person that you need to trust is you, okay? Maybe the person that you shouldn't be questioning is you, right? But it's one of those things that it's like you have to sit down with yourself and really say, okay, what do I feel like is true? What is my intuition telling me? I am getting different perspectives this way, but what is my intuition telling me? Because that is my truth. Your intuition is your truth. That truth, that certainty, you're going to know. You know the answer to this question. There is a little bit of a distrust there. There's a little bit of a not wanting to, what's the word I'm looking for? It's kind of like, are you sure? Like asking someone, but are you sure? Like it's like being stuck in between, but knowing exactly how to get out of being stuck. Okay? This is what you're getting is time to leave an unhealthy situation. But the other thing about it is that you're getting guarded and protected, which tells me that your spirit wise and ancestor wise, your ancestors was like, first of all, we weren't about to just let any old person just walk up in your life and just do whatever they want. So you kind of need to trust the process. And again, sometimes people be lessons. Sometimes they'll allow certain people to come through your protective barriers in order for you to learn something or in order for you to go through something that is meant to happen. Sometimes that happens. But this is one of those situations that is like, you need to honor and trust your feelings. You know the answer to this question. You know exactly the answer to this question. If you're looking for a confirmation, you need to listen to yourself and you need to trust yourself more, because you not trusting yourself is creating more of a instability within you than anything else. Right now, this is why you're getting that it's time to leave an unhealthy situation. Because it is unhealthy for you to not trust yourself. It is unhealthy for you to not trust yourself. It is unhealthy for you to not be on the same page with yourself, or to not allow your truth to be that specifically your truth. Like if you say, Abby, you know what? I don't know what it is about this person, but something's telling me something's off. I don't really trust them. I don't know. I don't know, but I'm just letting you know. This is what it is. I'm going to respect that because that's your truth. Period. Period. Y'all need to get a little bit more comfortable with perioding your intuition. Like if your intuition is saying this is what this is, period. Just period. That's what it is. Sometimes you're not always gonna find out at the time that you want to find out. There's been times, y'all. This actually happened recently to me. There was this one person that I was mutuals with on TikTok, that I never effed with their vibe at all. There was something about their spirit, their energy, everything that was just like, nah. That was just like rejected. My whole entire spirit was like, every time it was like something's off. I don't know what it is. I'm not gonna, but something's off. And so generally I would keep my distance with this person. And then recently a whole bunch of stuff came out about them, and it was just like, oh, so that's why I had all of these weird, like my intuition was telling me no, red flags everywhere. And I'm just like, okay, well, I listened to myself. I knew something was off. And the waiting game, because y'all know I'm a Capricorn. Sometimes, most of the time, I'm just like, okay, I don't got time for this. I'll just block someone or whatever. But this time I was like, I want to find out what the hell this is. So I just played the waiting game, and I just like waited it out. I waited for the truth to be revealed of sorts. Very Scorpio of me as well. But I put in the time to just let things blossom as they will. And now I understand why my whole entire spirit was just like, no. Now I get it. I completely understand. But before it was like, if you ask me, I would be like, I don't know. There's something about them that is not right. Not right. But what is it, Abby? I'm telling you, it's just, there's some lying going on, but I can't tell you exactly what it is because this person is very deceptive. So, and then now all the lies are out to the world. And I'm just like, well, there you go. It's one of those things where you really have to, your intuition is one of your compasses. Y'all know I tell y'all, your natal chart, your astrology chart is your biggest compass, but your intuition is the other one. It is essential for you to listen to yourself because you know your truth better than anybody. You know what it's saying better than anybody. And being able to pick up on those emotions and the spiritual energy around what's happening is what's going to continue to strengthen your intuition in the long run. Okay. But you're fine. I think you're fine. And I think you know what the answer is. And I think the answer is yes. But you need to trust yourself a little more. That was your reading, my love. I'm sorry. I like went on a rant, but that was your reading. Y'all know I got a Gemini moon and I talk a lot. So yeah. Yeah. Yes. I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense. I hope that made sense. Okay. I think I have to look through the comments because I think there's a couple of other ones. But yeah. Archangel Michael was like, but you protected though. I got you. Anyway, okay, wait, hold on. I think Issa might be next. Hold on. I think, yeah, I think Issa's next. Okay. Wait, hold on. Does Santa Marta have any specific messages for me? Okay, we're gonna do the sacred symbols oracle deck because that's the one that's popping off right now. So we're gonna do the sacred symbols oracle deck. Sacred symbols. Does Santa Marta have any specific messages? Wait. I'm getting attacked. Hold on. Okay. So, just so y'all know, this is gonna be the last question, just because my iPad is dying over here, and I don't want to lose y'all. So this is gonna be the last one, just because it's dying. But we're gonna do this quick. First, you got release, okay? Then you got past life, and then you got grounded. Okay? So the message is very, 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 very clear. First and foremost, also bottom of the deck, just because I know y'all like to hear it. Just because I know y'all like to hear it, is trust, message, and transmute. Okay? Trust, message, and transmute. So you are actively being impacted by your past lives currently. There's one that you need to actually heal, and you need to be like cut from, because it's the way it's impacting you now. It's almost like, so I'll explain this very quickly. When it comes to past life work, it is really, really layered. There's a lot of things. But with the way that past lives affect our own experience while we're experiencing it, there are many times when something that you're going on in your life, not always, it doesn't always have to be a past life thing. And it doesn't always have to be a lifetime that has trauma either. That's another thing. Okay. But there are certain times where our experiences that we're living right now are mirroring a past life. And it's almost like being at that midpoint where a decision is made, where the trauma continues, or when it is shifted. And so when it's in this mirroring effect, when you're like reaching this middle line where it's like, which direction are you going to head in? Are you going to repeat the behavior that kept the trauma, or are you going to correct it? Okay. You're in that point where you have the opportunity right now to heal from something in your past. There's something in your past that is actively causing issues in this lifetime, and that is no longer needs to be part of you, like part of your soul's experience. Now, when it comes to past lives, as it works when it comes to your own soul, right? So the way that past lives works is that trauma that you have experienced in past lives technically take a part of your soul and it traps it in time in another lifetime. So that means parts of your power are also trapped in other lifetimes. That means parts of your joy, your love life, the different drama, different things that occurred in the past are trapped in past lives. Okay. And so it is really, really, really important for you to release those things so that your soul is as whole as it can be in this lifetime. The goal is always to heal yourself as much as you can, but not everybody likes to go down that path necessarily. And so it's one of those things where you need to kind of decide to do more of that work that needs to be done. And corrected, or you're going to just come back in another lifetime and just work on healing the things that you need to do. You're kind of in that, again, that little midway point of, okay, which choice do you want to make? Which direction are you going to make? Do you want to actually heal this, or is it going to just continue to be a thing? But this lifetime that it's causing an issue is really, really important that you release the issue that's trapped, especially because it is causing you to not be as grounded as you should be. This can also be an ancestral issue, because within their Akashic records, you can also do ancestral work, past life work for your ancestors. Yeah, that's also a thing. It can also be that. But there's something about the past that is ultimately causing issues within your grounding, which needs to be addressed. And it's like you also need to understand. There's like a shift of the energy. This is why you're also getting the bottom of the deck is what it is. Like, hold on, let me grab it. This is why the bottom of the deck is what it is. You have trust, message, and transmute. The energy needs to be transmuted, but you also need to understand what happens. And it's definitely a spiritual journey that you are taking right now. Underneath that card was the card for power. So, which is what I explained earlier about your soul, like part of your power being trapped in time. And that's really what's happening right now. There's certain things that are trapped that need to be released. It's like you're ready for that other part. You're ready to have that resolved. You're ready for that shift to happen. Yeah, that was your reading, my love. I hope that it made sense. I hope that you got all the messages that you needed. I will recommend, if you want to dive into past life work, I am teaching a workshop on, it's a 5-hour Akashic Records intensive, where I teach you how to read your Akashic Records, how to look at, your soul contract. It's a ton of things. Also working with your ancestors through the records, and like how to heal your past lives, all of this stuff, all of that stuff. It is on my website, but highly recommend. I do feel like you do need to do some past life work though. But that is your reading. I hope that it makes sense. Anyway, y'all, my iPad is dying, so I'm sorry I can't do all the things. I'm sorry I can't do any more because it's dying and my charger is literally in the other room. But listen, I love you guys. Thank you for all the love. As always, if you want to get a reading with me, elsewhere, if you need a past life reading, tarot reading, oracle reading, I currently have a special on my readings right now. You get 20% off with the code OkaniLuna20 on my website in all caps. Okay, so if y'all need that, Patreon members get 25% off. So if you're a Patreon member, make sure you use that code. Anyway, I love you guys. Have a good night. Bye, y'all. Have a good night.